Is there a new broom closet dialogue?
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't
What?
you? The aura of jealousy. It's
You
as
want-
clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket.
No!
I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other
You
cleaning supplies.
jealous jerk.
For you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket.
I won't.
I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong.
My two
This
great
is your
loves!
bucket. This is your companion and
my bucket.
lifelong friend. You can't hand it over.
My best friend.
We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults
What are you
simply in order to
saying?
get you to hand over the bucket?
I will never give
Stanley,
in.
I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined.
You were right. You were right the whole time, narrator.
Now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends, that your relationship is purely superficial and convenient, that your
Excuse me?
life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner. Well, I never.
That is so
Go on,
rude.
Stanley.
How
Lay
could
into
you?
it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments.
Broom
Expand on the
closet.
wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together.
Broom
Go
closet.
through each of them point
You
by
listen.
point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket
I don't have
as
a
they
journal.
have changed and evolved over the years. Let him
Years?
have it.
Well, I don't know what the narrator was talking about, but this bucket's my best friend. He's been with me since I picked him up, and he's never left my side.
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and
Okay,
for all.
what is it?
Here we go.
Yes!
Now it's settled.
My
no
bucket.
More debate, no more discussion.
Heck yeah.
Take a hike, broom closet. with
Yeah.
all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
Yeah! This is my bucket, and only my bucket, and you will never take him from me. He's my best friend.
All right, I've got a second sticker back here,
Oh.
and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see? I feel that it works because the
does.
sticker is also a bucket.
Yeah, I've got two buckets.
That way, if
I've
you're
got a
ever
bucket on my
unsure whether
bucket.
the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to
You're a
yourself,
genius, narrator.
it's a bucket. There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker.
I would love that sticker in real life. Of course, I'd probably stick it on things that aren't buckets, which might get confusing. I wouldn't want to mistake my computer for a bucket, then I might try to fill it with water.
You know what? I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your
What now?
kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us the silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the
I'm
most
sure.
childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about
my
you
bucket.
and your bucket.
Broom closet, I thought I meant something to you. But now I have a bucket. And you're not satisfied with all your hoses and your tape and your rope and your tools. And you have a broom. You're a broom closet. You should feel fulfilled. That's probably pliers. There's a wheelie mop bucket. Whatever these little boxes are, you've got it good. You have all of these things that are just yours, and this is the only object in the entire game that's mine. And you can't act like you have any right to it, because you don't. It's my bucket. I thought you were my friend, Broom Closet. I thought you were my friend. But you were just gonna use me the whole time. You were just in it for your own selfish interest. Of course you were happy when I would just sit here. Just add to your collection, but now I have something you don't, and you can't handle that. So goodbye. The narrator was right about you.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Me and the bucket. In it together forever.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
What, not this time either?
Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket.
My bucket.
Even
means
now,
everything
in his
to me.
darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would. And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable.
Yes.
At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was
sure
the
it was.
bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Yes.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Honestly, yeah, that sounds fun to try and collect them all. I like collecting things. I know that the game's making fun of that, but I like it. Oh, Bucket, what would I do without you?
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing
bucket.
him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Yes, my reassurance bucket.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Yep. Maybe I can take the bucket to the disco. I bet the bucket
The
would like
lights
that.
rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Did they have the strength to find out?
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was
bucket.
being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley
Bucket.
cradled it gently,
It's okay.
reassuring it that
okay, Bucket.
everything would be fine.
It's okay, Bucket. It's okay.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
Bucket, look! Look at the colors!
No! He screamed into the light. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content.
Isn't this
Walking,
awful,
eating,
Bucket?
working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Good one, bucket. Turn them off.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over?
Is it over?
Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy.
Yes!
Freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together. With one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and... What? Wait. What was happening?
Uh-oh.
Why had the door stopped?
What? Hold on.
Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed?
What?
An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty.
No bucket.
Until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket.
No.
Would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms.
No.
Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket.
I have the bucket.
To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Oh no! Bucket!
All of his co-workers had gone.
Bucket!
What could it mean?
Bucket!
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Bucket. Oh, thank goodness you're okay.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
I was so worried. I was so worried. Well, that's no good.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Kind of want to do the ending where we blow up. See what happens with that. Retrieve Chris's remains from warehouse. No bucket? Trust the completionist instinct. Why wouldn't they just tell us something will happen? This investigation in this room, they feel pointless, to be honest. Maybe we are the collectibles. Shut the frick up! To whom it may concern, I managed to pick up sounds unusual to our regular office ambience or local audio sources using an array of cardioid microphones, also known as directional mic, a microphone which picks up sound from a particular area. Analysis of the recordings allowed me to triangulate the source of the strange noise. Data shows that in all likelihood it's coming from a dark area behind a very warm place. I also picked up what looks to be reverberance off porcelain surface. Anyone have any leads on this? Wouldn't you like to know? What does that mean? There will be a reward for finding them all. What a conspiracy! Oh! Large room, lots of boxes. Maybe that one with the stairs, some new stairs. So the ascending, both red and blue. I know where that is. Private but smelly place for an important person. That could either be up ahead, the stairs to the boss's office. How we can find them, bottom text. Small floating objects have appeared across the office. We have to synergize our resources to ensure their retrieval. There are many questions. There was no memo from management. Ooh. How can you tell you spotted one? What makes them float in the air? Who took these pictures of them? There's one in the bathroom. Oh, private place, smelly. Got it. Follow clues provided by 416. That's the new content door number. Thank you, good luck. Okay. Boss's office. Oh, you know what? I gotta see.
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours. But alas, no stickers.
I love how this has upgraded the possibility of a Stanley cosplay from dude in relatively normal clothes to dude in normal clothes carrying a bucket with stickers on it. Okay. Stairs.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Just want to look. No, I don't think so. I know this game, and I know there's probably going to just be, you know, no point or some gag about it, but I want to collect these. It's fun.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? Or what about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
That's an incredibly stupid name. Don't you think so, Bucket? Yes, I do.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was
it doesn't
the
have
bucket
the
knew all along?
calming new age
Was
music.
the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Alright, time to blow up. What about that other narrator?
Lights rose
And the
on an
museum engine.
enormous room packed with television screens.
Oh, that could get really
What
meta.
horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears
No,
as
it's okay,
Stanley
Bucket.
cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Everything's okay. We've been through this. It's okay.
Was
I know
the
it's still a shock,
bucket under
but I've
the
been
mind
here
control
a lot.
facility's influence as well? And as the cold reality
Time
of
to
his
turn it
past
on.
began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery... But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley
Bucket.
gasped in
Bucket did
horror.
it?
Had this been the bucket's plan all along?
Bucket, how could
to
you?
take over the machine and claim the power for itself?
Bucket, I believed in
How could the
you.
bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was
Trusted
prepared
you.
to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds. Silly, silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
Birds. Oh, you can flip through birds.
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands.
Oh, you
the
are a
one who
genius,
had pointed
Bucket.
him towards
this
this
is-
incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never
love
found
that.
freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping
okay.
through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable.
And a duck.
Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
The endings got flipped. That's pretty cool. I was trying to